Hey guys, what's up? It's Jay here from lazyassstoner.com, and you might remember that a while ago I did a blog post about how damn easy it is to get traffic with Reddit. Well, today I want to take that one step further and show you a real example of exactly how you can use Reddit to get traffic. And I promise you're not going to want to miss this, so stay tuned. Now, before I get started, let me quickly just explain a little bit about what Reddit is and how Reddit works for those that aren't as familiar. Basically, reddit.com is a site where people sign up and submit links to all different kinds of stuff. It could be a link to a picture of a cute cat, which you'll find a lot of them are. It could be a link to an awesome cover song on YouTube, or it could be a link to one of the pages on one of your sites. Basically, you can submit links to just about anything. Then what happens is once somebody submits a link to something, the other users can then see that link and then vote it up if they like it, or vote it down if they don't. Then the links that get voted up the most times get put on the front page of Reddit, and these links get sent a staggering amount of visitors. And I'm talking so much traffic that often the sites that get to the front page of Reddit will actually go offline because the server can't handle that amount of traffic. Now, getting your links to the front page of Reddit is pretty damn hard. You either have to have some phenomenal content or you have to be really lucky. But the good thing is you don't have to get your links to the front page of Reddit to still get a ton of free traffic, because the front page of Reddit is just one small part of the site, and beyond it there are tons of other parts of the site that are called subreddits, and each of these subreddits is devoted to just one topic or niche. So for example, there's a cooking subreddit over at reddit.com/r/cooking where you can submit links to just cooking related stuff. Or if you're a bit of a car nut, you can head over to the car subreddit over at reddit.com/r/cars and you'll find nothing but car related links. In fact, there are an insane amount of subreddits, and odds are there is a subreddit out there that's devoted to nothing but your site's niche. And the great thing about these subreddits is they're much easier to get to the top of than it is to get to the front page of Reddit, but you can still get a ton of traffic. Furthermore, all of your traffic will be extremely targeted because only people that are really interested in your niche will be seeing it. And with literally thousands of different subreddits out there, there really is bound to be one that's about your niche. So, enough theory. Let's just see a real life example of this in action. I didn't really want to have to reveal any of my niche sites, so what I've done is I've set up a site just for the purpose of this video. I haven't used it for anything else, I'm just using it to show you how easy it is to get traffic from Reddit. And this example website is a pro-cannabis website. Surprise, surprise. And you can check it out by heading over to timetolegalize.org. So literally all I've done is register the domain timetolegalize.org over at namecheap.com. I've set up a hosting account over at HostGator. If you don't already have a hosting account, they're great, and you can get your first month for 1 cent by using the coupon 1 cent bargain. Then I've just set up WordPress on my hosting account and have added a theme to it. Now, if you don't know how to do any of these things, then don't worry, because I've got a video that you can check out right here where I walk you right through the process and show you how to set up these sites in under 10 minutes. So once I had my site set up, the next thing that I did was go to find a pro-legalization news story. And to do this, all I did was search for cannabis legalization news in Google. Then I just looked for a story that had a good headline and a lot of shares on the social networks, and pretty quickly I stumbled across this story, which was about which states in the US might be on their way to legalizing cannabis next. As you can see, this story has been shared thousands of times across the various social networks, so it's obvious that this is a share-worthy story that people are interested in. Then I just wrote my own version of this story using it as a template. I made sure to make the title of my article something eye-catching and interesting, so I settled on the 10 US states most likely to legalize cannabis next. Then I just crapped on for a little bit about how the wave of legalization is coming and how states all around America are on their way to legalizing cannabis. I wrote that activists are working hard to get it legalized, and then I just went on to list the 10 states that are most likely to legalize cannabis next. Then finally, I added an eye-catching image at the top of my article, and then it was done. And you can see the finished article yourself by heading over to timetolegalize.org. So once my article was done, it was time to share it with the Reddit community. So to do this, I just head over to the Reddit website and then did a search for my niche to find the most relevant subreddit to submit my link to. So I just searched for cannabis. Now, once you do a search, at the top of the results, you'll see all of the most relevant subreddits to whatever you searched for. Now, as you can see, there's actually quite a few different cannabis-related subreddits on the site. And this will be the case with quite a few different niches. So what you need to do is just go through each of the different subreddits and try to figure out which one is most relevant to what you're trying to submit. For example, the first subreddit that turned up when I searched for cannabis is one called Trees, and it's a pretty playful subreddit where people sort of submit jokes and stoner memes and stuff like that. It's mostly just for a bit of light entertainment. However, the second subreddit is called Cannabis, and it's a bit more serious and political, and probably a much better place for me to submit this kind of link. So once you've found the perfect subreddit to submit your content to, just log into your Reddit account, and if you don't already have one, you can do this by just clicking the register button. However, I do recommend before you submit any of your content that you comment on a few other submissions first and even leave your account to age for a few days or even a few weeks, just so that it doesn't look like that the only reason that you signed up was to submit your content. So the account that I used was actually a month or two old, and I had already used it to comment on a few other submissions. Then what I did was I just hit the submit a link button, and then in the title section, I did something descriptive and interesting. Now, the title that you use is really important, and you want to try to make it really pop so that when people see it, they can't help but click on it. Because if you have a really crappy, boring title, then nobody's going to click on it to check out your content. Try to write a title that you would want to click yourself. And if you're struggling to come up with a good title, a good way to get a bit of inspiration is to just look at the titles of some of the other submissions that have performed well. With this submission though, I just used the same title that I used on the post itself because it's already pretty good and catchy. One trick that I found to work really well is to only tell half of the story in your title. This way it will ignite people's curiosity and make them really want to click through to get the rest of the information. And you can see that this title that I've used on this submission, the 10 US states most likely to legalize cannabis next, really does that. It catches people's attention, but it also leaves them wanting to know more information. It makes them wonder, what 10 US states? Is one of them my state? I simply must know more information. Then, to finish your submission, you just want to enter your website address into the URL section, and then finally, you just want to hit the submit button at the bottom of the page. So, after 3 minutes, I can see that my post is already sitting on the front page of the cannabis subreddit. After an hour, it's been voted up 7 times and is sitting in the number 2 spot of the subreddit. And after 3 hours, it's been voted up 14 times and is sitting in the number 1 spot of the cannabis subreddit. Pretty damn easy stuff. Now if we skip forward 12 hours, we can see that the post is still in the #1 spot. Then if we fast forward a few more days, we can see that the post achieved a total of 60 upvotes and 16 comments. And as you can see, this post has also been reshared on the social networks like Facebook and Twitter and Google+, and it must be from people that found it on Reddit, because as I said, I literally have not promoted this page anywhere else. And people will often repost these links to other sites too, including on forums, other social bookmarking sites, and so on. And this all resulted in 1,194 visitors that day from that one submission that took me 2 seconds to do. And this is pretty standard, you know. I literally just found a viral article, rewrote it, posted it to my site, posted it to Reddit. And this can work with all kinds of niches and in all different sorts of ways. There's rarely a time that this doesn't work, and even if my submissions don't get to the #1 spot of the subreddit I'm going after, it still gets a ton of traffic simply because Reddit is such a damn popular site. Furthermore, it doesn't even have to be a news story. This is just one example of how you can do it. For example, you could simply find a viral niche-related video on YouTube and embed that to your site and then post that to Reddit. Now, on top of all of this, these submissions kick ass for SEO, because not only do you get the one backlink from the submission itself, which is awesome because it's from Reddit, which is one of the most high authority sites in the world, but you get an additional backlink every time someone comments on your submission, because your submission link gets posted to their profile too. So because my submission got 16 comments, it also got posted to 16 different people's profiles. Add that to the submission link itself, and that's 17 backlinks in total from Reddit. But on top of that, you also get the links from people who share those submissions on the social networks and on forums and on other sites too. It really is a phenomenal way to build high quality backlinks and to get other people to do it for you. And that is really all there is to it. It's super easy. Reddit is super powerful. I've been using it for a while, and I'm surprised that I don't see more people talking about it. But I guarantee that if you give it a shot, you will see just how effective this stuff is. You don't need to be some kind of master content creator. You just have to be able to write a good title and know how to find good content to add to your site. And if you're new to this whole making money online thing and want to learn exactly how you can build profitable sites that you can then submit to Reddit, then you can click here, or you can head over to lazyaskstoner.com/newbie. On that page, you'll find a totally free crash course where I'll show you everything you need to know to build profitable niche sites. Or if you already know the basics, like how to choose a niche, how to set up a site, and all that good stuff, and you just want to jump straight to the more advanced stuff, then you can click here or go to lazyaskstoner.com/serious, where I'll show you what is hands down my most powerful way to get sites ranking and banking. And of course, don't forget to hit the subscribe button right here if you want more no BS, no hype videos about how money is really made online. Until next time, peace out.